Hello. That seems so short. I saw your message earlier that we should do 30 minutes. Sorry, I missed that before everything. So I think next time we'll do 30 minutes. Give a little bit more time. I got the music off by just cutting the feed. Unfortunately, I have no idea what was up with that. That is so odd. Let me see. Hold on, let me check something real quick. You're still there, Pat? Oh, there's my doggy coming up. Hey, Kimmy. See some water. Okay. How is the reading going? I think I might have to give my dog some water in the next sprint. She's like panting like crazy. So you said you're reading that Oprah's Oprah's book club book, right? Bugs are trying to come out. I just want to know how many pages that book was. I'm always on the hunt for a good book. I think I might have missed how many pages it was. Do you like books that are very long? Some people really like chunky books. I normally try to do a mixture of the two. I got another one of these. It's trying to cool down. Oh, sorry, you had fake it till you bake it. Didn't you? Maybe I'm confusing with somebody else that was talking about the book that they're reading with the Oprah's book club, or maybe you just finished. So what about fake it till you bake it? Tell me a little bit about that one. Night crawling. There we go. Okay, night crawling. I'm going to add that I have a little app that I use on my phone where I add in books that I'm interested in reading. So let me find my app. If I don't do it now, I lose track. And this is getting to be a long list, I will tell you that. Night crawling. Night crawling. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And I'm going to put in parentheses over book club. I have in my little app, I have books to read, and then I have books not to read. If you ever go to a store or the library or wherever, and you select a book that you told yourself to not pick up, but you can't remember why, and then you're reading it, and then you're about maybe 100 pages or whatever into it, and you're like, oh, yeah, I did say I didn't want to read this, but you already invested. I am not a big fan of DNF in a book, not to say I haven't, but I try not to. So I try to make sure it's a book that I really want to read, because there's nothing like reading a chunky book only to not want to finish, and now I feel like I need to. Don't really make this make a snack and a drink. Nothing wrong with that. What are you snacking on? What are you drinking too? If it seems like I'm chewing or eating my drink, it's because of these bubba things. I'm telling you, these things are awesome. I don't know. Can you see those? Yeah, they're like little popping bubba. Well, those are the dark red things are my grapes, which are not frozen anymore. But the little opaque things there, those are my little popping bubba. So you just apply a little bit of pressure, and it's like burst parting your mouth. Mm, very good. I probably need to get some lunch in my belly here too, but I'll do that later. I think this is kind of filling me up a little bit more. I think we lost all of our peeps when I changed the feed. Oh man, I'm just angling this down just a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, I have no idea what was up with the music because you normally go into the brand. Have you? I think you use StreamYard, right? You go into the brand and you select the music, and but it wouldn't cut off for some reason. I have no idea. All the googling I did, it just kept saying how to put music on and to take it off the same way, and that did not work for me. I don't mind the size of books as long as it's what I agree. I agree with that. It's just that I feel like with me, there's a limit to how long I want to spend on a book, especially one that I don't know much about. If it's a book that I'm continuing in the series, then I don't really mind the size. But if I just picked it out of a hat, which sometimes I do, then it bothers me that a book is really long and I really don't know how it's going to end, if it's one that I'm enjoying or if I'm one going to enjoy just in the beginning of picking it up. So, but I did read a book that was 651 pages. I think I spoke about this. I talk about this book a lot because it was just such a great series. I think it's just the idea that I read all of the books in the series, but they just kept progressing. But it was the fourth book and it was 651 pages. And that was a lot for me. I felt like I needed a detox afterwards, but it was good. But yeah, but if it's a book that I'm really, really interested in, that I know is going to be good, everybody's talked about, or that I got like a personal recommendation from somebody that I know their reading style, I know their personality, I know that I can truly trust this is good, or if it's not good, then to me, I won't worry so much about the size of the book. But I tend to get a lot of recommendations from BookTube and from the internet. And I am very highly much aware of how subjective people's opinions are and how people tend to, what's the word, skew their ratings sometimes. So I take it with a grain of salt when I get recommendations from the internet. Pizza and pineapple apples mixed with a lot of okay. Oh, that sounds delicious. What type of pizza? I don't think I've had pizza in a while. I like to make pizzas on a tortilla. That way I can just, throw in whatever I want. Otherwise, it'd be a whole jumbled mixture. Did you make your pizza? Mm, these are delicious. I buy grapes just to freeze them. I'm not a huge fan of just eating them right out when I get them. Mm. I think my mom has gotten off the thing too. You borrow your book, so you're going to like it. Cherish Farah. Mm. What is that about? Let me look that one up too. That's true. That's true. You definitely need to be in control of the books that you have. And if you're going to buy it and spend money on it, you've probably done all of your research ahead of time so you know what you're getting into. That's smart. Cherish Farah by Bethany Morrow. Most anticipated books by Pop Sugar. I think it's interesting when I see all these lists that say the most anticipated. Anticipated by who? I was going to do a video about that. I'm always thinking, who's anticipating it? Who's determining that this is anticipated, that I should read it? Let's see. Cherish, what is it? 20 Murrow Pizza Hut. Hey, I'm here for it. I love some Pizza Hut. I don't know. There's the age old competition about who's better in my family. Pizza Hut, Domino's, and Papa John's. Although in New Jersey, we tend to have a lot of, I wouldn't call them mom and pop shops, but maybe you can, because a lot of them are chains and are much bigger. But, non highly commercialized national brands of pizza. And I find that those little shops tend to be so much better that I don't normally even eat, if I do eat pizza, which is rare, eat the, big box brands of Pizza Hut and all. But I am not opposed to that either. Pizza is pizza to me. Still wondering what I still wondering what I read. Let's see. Where is Cherish Farah? Nope, where is the synopsis? Here we go. Nope. Okay, 17-year-old Farah Turner is one of two black girls in her country club community and the only one with black parents. Her best friend, Cherish, adopted by a white wealthy family, is something Farah likes to call white girl spoiled. With Brian and Jerry Whitman as parents, Cherish is given the kind of adoration and coddling that evil couple can't seem to afford, creates a dissonance in her best friend that Farah can't exploit. Mm. Stay with y'all. Sounds like this girl is manipulative. Was that really, really good? Cherish Farah? Strange things that happen at the Whitman household, debilitating. Wow. Fever dream, unexplainable tension. Cherish's hot-headed boyfriend and a mysterious journal seems to keep track of what is happening to Farah. Rob Whitman's invite Farah closer, and it's anyone's guess. Wow. Whew. I feel like the bugs are out today. Voice of Weave and searing commentary on race and class. It's a horror. Ooh, that sounds good. So, how many pages is Cherish Farah? This sounds pretty interesting. First, I was thinking it was like magic coming to play, but you got some horror in here. Okay. Calculating black girl who manipulates her way into the lives of her black best friend's white, wealthy, adoptive family. Hmm. Okay. You have some very interesting picks. I'm still wondering weird. What was so weird about it? Oh my god. I'm still getting on the, what was it called? Spoiled, white girl spoiled. I wonder if I'm white girl spoiled. I was raised by black parents, but I feel that way sometimes with some of the people that I'm around. Oh, that sounds interesting. Hardcover. I like a good hardcover book too. 336 pages is what this says. See, I can get behind 336 pages. I don't know. I never used to have a big issue with page counts, but in general, all the books I think that I have chosen in the past, for the most part, were 400 pages or less. And then when I started getting on BookTube, I started seeing all these book recommendations by different people, and I picked up a few, and I was like, "Holy cow! This book is 600 pages." I had never seen fiction being that long before. I mean, on the off chance, but so now I feel like I'm a bit more obsessed about, or I wouldn't say obsessed. I'm more cautious of page counts, whereas I never used to be before. So I think that's where that mentality for me comes from. There's some booktubers out here that will sit there and read a 700-page book at the drop of a hat, like 2-3 days. I'm not that girl. I'm not about that life. But I do like a good book, so I take everything to account before I say, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Mm. All right, chasing Farah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead because of Miss Pat and go ahead and put this on my list here. This book list is getting long. Okay, let me add this to the list. Cherish Farah. Am I spelling Farah? Ah, all right. Cherish Farah is on the list. Black girl adopted by white family, friends of black too, but her family has financial problems, so things have changed. Yeah, we all know about them financial issues. That can definitely change your life when your finances go awry. That's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do a sprint. I'm gonna run to the bathroom, give my dog some water before they pass out, and then I really have some issues because Miss Pat, you wanted to do 30 minutes. We're gonna do 30 minutes. Ask and you shall receive. Let me get my timer here. 30 minutes, and we're off. Happy reading. Sorry, I forgot to unmute the mute. Now I was saying I'm gonna leave Sphere on my list and maybe take a look at a few more reviews. I like the idea when somebody has a book that they're reading to kind of look at a few reviews about it. It sounds interesting. Let me know why exactly you would say no. I like a crazy premise book, and it definitely sounds like that. That was a good part from a phone call from my mom. Tell mama said hi. My mom's still on the line. She said she was tired of talking, so she said she would just keep looking at the feed, but she wasn't going to say anything. I'm going to let her be. She's cooking, so. Hey, Kimberly. Why did you think you were losing it? What's going on? Yes, I forgot to unmute. Hi, I'm I'm here now. I can scream. Ah! This sun is making this book hot. I might need to rearrange some stuff. I feel like I'm always fiddling with stuff out here. It is such a nice day, though. I will say that. I'm enjoying being out here. It was really hot yesterday for a little bit, then it got cool again. Huh. My mouth was moving, but couldn't hear you. You thought you were seeing shadows, right? No, I left the mic, left it muted. Oh, no. Still trying to figure things out. I feel like live streaming and sprints are not as easy as it may seem like it is to do, but I'm working on that. This is, I can count on one hand and not even use the whole thing, how many sprints I've done, but I'm getting better with each time. With the exception of about an hour ago when I could not figure out how to turn the background music on. I have no idea what's up with that. I still don't. I followed all the instructions and there wasn't anything left to check off. So maybe it was a glitch. Oh, let me get this. Hold on a second. Don't want to litter my yard. Let's see. I'd say read with an open mind. That's all. I'm pretty open-minded, I will say, but there's some limits. I just don't want to spend a whole lot of time reading a book that's absolute trash. Although trash is a relative term, but I try to figure out why people like or do not like a book if it sounds like an interesting premise to me. Although I do find that sometimes people have these opinions that are really just like harsh about stuff. Like a good example is the movie Suicide Squad. I loved that movie. Yeah, the reviews were horrible about it, and I have no idea why. Today, it's still one of my favorite movies to watch, but I try to give things a chance if I find it interesting. But still reading 300 pages, spending hours reading a book, I definitely like to know why somebody will say no before. It's Miss Kimberly. Miss Kimberly, are you a booktuber? The mic knows I know. You're like, is this mic on? Is this mic on? No booktubing? Well, I appreciate you being a booktube supporter. It's kind of hard to sit in front of the camera sometimes. It's one of those things taking me a long time to get used to. I've always been one of those people that kind of shied away from being in front of other folks, just too many insecurities, I guess. And then I found BookTube and I was like, you know what? I love to talk about some books. This is defrosting. Look at that, y'all. Supposed to be solid. These are very, very good to use. It's a little neck cooler. I wish they would stay cool longer. That's the only thing, though. Not too great. Can you hear me well? I have a little fan going on the side here to cool me off a little bit. Just wanted to make sure you can hear. Sprinting's the only way you get your reading done. So what's keeping you so busy? Watch Lizelle Stradberry's review. She liked it. Lizelle, I like that name, Lizelle. I'm gonna write that down. Lizelle Sambury for Cherish Farah. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check that out on the next break there. Well, 4 kids will definitely keep you busy. Yes. Are they? I'm assuming they're on school break now. So it's kind of hard to get some time into yourself with kids floating around. Hopefully, you get a break. Maybe you have some family you can send them to or friends to, hopefully get some time to yourself and relax. Maybe take a vacation. Any of y'all taking any vacations this summer? Labor Day. Oh, after Labor Day. Oh my gosh. It seems so funny because I remember back in the day, schools would get out like early May and then go back like mid August. And nowadays, schools just seem like they're going out later and later and then coming into session earlier and earlier or later and later, depending on which school district you're at. Here they get out, I think, like June something and then go back. I think it's like the second week of September. I don't know. Yeah, that can be difficult. My sister has, well, we won't say, she has a lot of kids, and they go back at the same time, luckily. But you have that little straggler kid that's still at the house. You're like, how come you're not in school with the other ones? I need my mommy time. Kimberly, what are you reading? I got one of these little cooler fans. It's supposed to cool, but I just feel just a regular fan. I'm not feeling any coolness. I put ice and water at the top, but I think they got me. That's fine. That's fine. So how long do you want to sprint next time? So thirsty. Ooh. I'm gonna move this little fan out the way here. This is my little neck fan right here. This was good for walking around the house. Blood Like Magic by I didn't look up Blood Like. Hey, hold up. Am I confused? Hold up. Watch Lacelle Stradberry's review. She liked it. Okay, so watch her review of Cherish. Okay. I think I've heard of Blood Like Magic. Let me take a look at that. Blood Like Magic. Lacelle Stradberry. Let's see. I have many books to go on right now. I switch every sprint. The Dark Half of Stephen King, Lost Apothecary, Sarah Penner's Apples Never Fall. But you got a lot of books to read. Okay. So which one are you reading? Hold on. Jennifer Egan and the Big Janet Ivanovich's World will be reading this. Okay. Okay. Now, are these small books, big books? That's a lot of switching off. I get confused if I read more than 2 books at a time. Generally, what I like to do is one big book, and then I'll supplement with like little short stories. But generally, I like to have one book which I'm doing this one. I don't know if I said that for Kimberly, but I'll do one book like that and read all the way through. And then if I'm taking a walk or something like that, I'll do like a little small audio book. Let's see. Ooh, blood like magic. I see some melanin. I like it. It's a 2021 young adult science fantasy novel. So, sci-fi fantasy. I like that together. Let me see. Let's see. Voya is a teenager who asks to kill her first love in order to save her family's magic. Okay. That sounds. Now you already know what I'm going to say, Miss Pat. Is how many pages is it? Oh, I like. Oh, four. Why don't I look at this? It has it right here. So 496. Oh my gosh, this looks like a series. Mm. Oh, the wind is knocking things over. Sorry, hold up a second. That's a lot of pages. A lot of pages. I like the covers though. You don't really see a whole lot of black fantasy, which I am on a quest for. I have this list that I'm putting together of standalone black fantasies. The kids in the UK break off next Saturday for 6 weeks and they go back in September. Next Saturday? Hold on. This is July. July? Oh, that's definitely a shorter break. Well, you know what? I guess it keeps the kids from forgetting because these kids these days seem to forget anything you told them past a week. A little bit of both. You try different genres, but I'm having a hard time focusing on one book for so long, so switching off. You know what? As long as you can keep track of them, you do you, and that works out fine. I just have trouble keeping track. I'm like, like I take little notes. As you can tell, my notepad for Wild and Wicked Things is empty. I haven't written anything down. Let's see. I'm about 25 pages into it. But as long as you keep track. See, the thing is, I enjoy a good story, but I also, since I'm on BookTube, want to present it intelligently. Because presenting it versus presenting it intelligently are two different things. So I need to write notes to keep track. So for me, it's better to just do one book at a time, especially if it's a chunker. You would have heard of the book. She has a YouTube channel. Okay, I'm gonna look that one up. Well, I got it written down here. Okay, I'm gonna look her up. I'm newer to YouTube, and I'm still getting to know YouTubers or booktubers and different authors and books and things like that. So, for anybody out there that you think may be of interest, but I haven't heard that yet. The Last Apocalypse. Okay, I have heard of The Lost Apocalypse. It's a hybrid read, Kimberly. Okay, let me write that one down too. Oh my gosh. Pat, you are going to be responsible for this list being a mile long. I might need to get another app. Lost Apocalypse. That's such an interesting term. I definitely didn't spell that right, but that's okay. You know what? I think that year-round schooling is a great concept for children. Do they like it? I don't know. Everybody's different. I know the kids that I've spoken to out here do not like the idea of year-round schooling. However, I think if you can get kids accustomed to it, I think they retain information better because I know my nieces just do like a brain dump as soon as school ends sometimes. Yeah, break late in the summer. I mean, Friday breakup. Blood Like Magic is the first and the second comes out end of the month. Okay, so it's a series. Okay. Yeah, there's one series I read. I can say I've committed to an entire series once of fantasy. And the first book was like 300 something pages. Second one was like 400 something, then 500, and then 600. So pretty much it just kept progressing. So I feel like when you start at 500 pages, it can only get more crazy from there. Although, if it's a good book, like Pat said before, if it's a good book, it's worth reading. I have some things I need to get off my list, but I'm going to research these, and you never know. It could be on a list, just probably further down, but this list is one of them never-ending things anyway. It's Jen. Welcome back. Sorry, I could not get that music off. I have no idea what happened. I followed all the instructions. The stars or the sun and the leaves and the planes is conspiring against me, but I'm back. So I'm looking for Black fantasy. Recommend the indie author Angela Ford. I love her book so much. She's on the indie. She's an indie author. She left me in. What? What? Your interview? Oh, okay. Got some interview. That's awesome. Okay, where's my pen here? So I'm going to write down Angela Ford. See, this is one of the things that I love about BookTube. Oh, BookTube is you get so many different recommendations. I'm here for it, here for it, here for it, here for it. Black fantasy. I mean, I'm all for any fantasy. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you to think that I am, just playing favoritism. But I've read a lot of books in my life. I won't say how long that is. And, I will say most of them have not been anyone that looked like me. And after reading a few, I feel like it definitely makes me feel some type of way that I don't have that representation in the books that I read of people that look like me, or just overall, not even just like me, just in minority. And after looking at all the issues with BookTube and the lack of diversity, I guess crap really hit the fan about 2-3 years ago. I wasn't here for that, but I definitely have seen a lot of books or booktubers talk about that. To a certain extent, as a new booktuber, I do feel their pain. I've seen many channels grow exponentially that started around the same time I have. And I don't even have 100 subscribers, and that it's been a struggle. But that either way, it is what it is. I'm going to enjoy my books and protect my psyche. But I do like the idea of reading something by someone that looks like me or have some Black characters in it. Let's see, Black fantasy. Can you be my fantasy? Bam. Okay, let's go. So you'll have to do more overtime. Yes. I recently, stay tuned to my vlog on Thursday. I read an indie author book. I don't know what to say about this book. I'll figure it out for Thursday, but it's not that great. Hey, yeah, I saw you restarted the stream. Yes. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some research. I think maybe there's just a glitch somewhere. Romantic. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm for some romance. Any way I can get it. Any way I can get it. Not enough of that in the world. There's some other stuff in the world I would call that romance. Okay. I get it. I love books with great mental illness representation. You want to see people like you reflected. Yes. Whenever I see somebody with serious mental illness reflected positively, it makes me happy. That is true. I agree with you there. It is hard. I find that there's so many different ways that people are represented that have mental illness in books, and it is hard sometimes to make that a responsible representation versus being some sort of cliche, because I think that cliche of just the crazy person doing whatever, that's their term, the craziness. I think that it sells books, but to do that responsibly, I think is difficult. And I think, especially when it comes to like a lot of psychological books, I think that it centers on that a whole lot more. And I find that you can go one way or the other. But I will say that in most of those books, I find that, well, at least most of the books I read, I find that especially when it comes to mental illness, I do like that there is normally a good resolution, or a resolution in the end that is satisfying to me. Sometimes you have books that are just left where the characters just kind of going out of nowhere, and at least in books where, characters get some help. So my reading has been mixed growing up. Used to use secondhand shops looking for diversified books, and now it's people of color and add others. That's true. I never really thought, I said this before, but I never really thought about the books that I read wind up. I prior to joining BookTube, I never really thought so much about who wrote the books that I read and the characters. And part of that is because growing up, the books that I was exposed to generally had white characters, and I got used to that. I guess I'm a little bit more, what are they called? Sanitized, I guess, too. Just what's popular. And I do find that with paying attention to what people are talking about on a forum such as BookTube, when you have so many different genres out there, many different people speaking from so many different viewpoints, it makes me question the books that I read, the type of content, the genre that I'm interested in, and also who wrote the book and who is represented in the book. So I try to read diversely. Now, I am a fiction girl all the way. I don't read a lot of nonfiction. So, so depending on who you talk to, that could be considered trash. Check out Criminali's Garbage August, where he talks about what's trash. But anyway, um, I feel that I try to pay attention to that. So, I like some popular books, but I want to just go based off just what's interesting within the book, regardless of who wrote it and how popular it is. So I do try to add in different characters and different authors in the mix. There are a lot of cliches out there and a lot of treating mentally ill people like a haunted house. So bad. Ooh, mental illness, spooky. It's upsetting to read, but I think you're right. It does sell books. That's true. And I have always subscribed to what is normal. I don't know if that's even the word. I've subscribed to that my entire life. I feel like don't just kind of don't get near me because there is an issue. I feel like if people need help, they need help. Recognize that. Sometimes you can't help, but at the same time, be sensitive to different people have a plight and you need to figure out what's going on with them, or don't hurt if you or don't hurt or hinder if you can't help. But when it comes to books, it doesn't scare me to shy away from a book about mental illness. I center more on what did you do about it? Like, well, how did the author resolve that issue for the person? Drops today's summer book. If you're seeing this, consider yourself tagged for that summer book bag that was created by MJ, such a sweet booktuber. She supports small booktube, by the way. She shouts out every Sunday. I got tagged. I got tagged in another tag too. I'll be doing that next week. Let's see. Had to read a lot of English authors in school. Had a yes, I don't mind certain books. I don't like all that. I call it flowery language. When you say the same thing, which I guess I tend to do that a lot too. But when you over describe something, like how many pages to describe the decor of a room or how you feel, I call that flowery language. It's pretty, it's cool, but let's move the hell on. That's me. People call it books, so I was in the library a lot. There you go. See, I only recently started going. There you go. I only recently started going to my library, and so I'm still exploring that. I feel like I've explored a whole lot more booktube than anything. And generally, I get my recommendations. I need my fan here. I'm starting to sweat. I get my recommendations from a lot of booktubers, at least lately, though. I'm still navigating. I look at a lot of booktube videos to discover, booktubers I like, and they tend to come with recommendations or books that they, want to talk about. And so I take those to my local library. So I haven't really delved unless it's been on the first few shelves because I'm generally going to pick up a book. Yeah. Yeah, it's tomorrow. I still got to figure out what products I got to talk about. I have stuff all over the place. Okay, ladies, I am gonna skedaddle to go to the bathroom and check on these dogs because I have no idea where they went. So we're gonna do a. How long should we do the sprint for? 20 or 30 minutes? Oh, you see me? I'm starting to sweat all of a sudden. What is going on? My fan's not working, huh? Whew. This is defrosted. You see, these things don't stay long. Don't buy these. Neck coolers, this one's not it. Go get another one. I'm the same, I'm the same way. It's about YouTube, but the books come out later here. And oh, I didn't think about that. You are right. There are like UK releases, English releases, or USA releases. I do see that. See, I don't pay attention to that. That's something that BookTube has taught me, that you do have different releases at different times. Didn't that suck though? If you're really looking forward to a book, I keep looking here and here. Sorry, I got two different cameras going on. Yeah, it really sucks if you're looking forward to a book and like, yay, I can't wait, and then everybody else done read it and you're still waiting for them to bring it to where you live at. Oh, you know what you do? Get an American friend and then they can email it to you. There you go. Cheat the system, right? Okay, 30 minutes. Woo. Oh, I need to go and towel myself off here. Okay, 30 minutes. Let me set my timer. Timer. Why is this not clicking over? Okay. I'm trying to switch over, y'all. I think my internet is probably stalling. It's been good lately. We actually upgraded. Okay, what is this doing? Uh, Sorry, I am trying to. Okay, is that gonna go now? Technical difficulties. Okay, what is going on? All right, let me just. Where's my mouse here? All right, just start 30 minutes. And while I figure with this, okay? I'm gonna have to cut this feed again. Why is this starting? All right, 30 minutes. morning. Hello. How's your reading? So I'm getting into this. We're getting into some magical elements. Hello, Miss Pat. It says we have to wait a month sometimes to pre-order. Wait sometimes and covers are. Yes, I have heard that there's different covers. I think even when they release books within the States as well, I think that the covers sometimes are different. That's a big thing. People like pretty cover books. I tend to get a lot of ebooks or rent them from the library, so I enjoy the covers while I have them. Yes, I was having trouble with the with the mouse here, and I figured it out. Hello, anybody new? How are you doing? We're going to probably do one more sprint in a bit and then call it a day. I got invited to a dinner, which I'm hungry. So, you know what? I can do that. I don't think my husband wants me to cook today either. So he's happy to go out. What is everybody reading? It's turning out to be a nice day, I will say. It's not too hot, not too cold, just right. Mm. I feel like some bugs are biting me here. Getting a little summer tan on. Miss Jen is using sprints to write. I have to do a bunch of freelance work. I'm working on an outline for an indie author who hires me a lot to plot. Ooh. What does that mean to plot? So what does that mean? You tell me. That is cool. So you have some talents. I like it. Well, we all have talents, but you have some writing talents. That is awesome. I can't say I'm much of a writer, so I commend you. Maybe I'll read something that you have written or plotted. Going to structure the stories, make outlines based on loose ideas. Oh, see, and here I thought that when people write, they just sit at the desk and just write out. Okay. So somebody brings you a plot. Hey, I want a story about a woman who moves into a haunted house and people think she's imagining things. And then you will structure, and then hold up, and then what's the ending? But then the ghosts get out into the world and haunts the entire village. That's the story, right? Reminds me of Ghostbusters. So you structure that to say, hey, look, this happens first. She moves into the house, and then the neighbors come over, and then the ghosts do this. So you put it in a context for her. I used to like writing. I can't say I was good at it, but I liked writing. I have 2 books coming out later this year, both romance. Ooh, I would love. I'm a big fan of some arcs. It's so funny. I do arcs via NetGalley, right? And then I also post on Goodreads. And yesterday I got an email from, oh my gosh, what is it called? I wrote it down somewhere. Book Sirens or something like that. Anyway, they wanted me to sign up for some service where I guess you get arcs as well. So that's cool. I would love to read your books. How many pages are they? Hope you're thinking of writing for yourself. Oh, that's cool. So are these books you've authored or books that you are plotting for other people? Sometimes you have Zoom calls to work through stuff. I usually have to explain basic plot beats. I use a modified hero's journey. So I tell them, hey, we need a high tension plot here. Yes, tension. Build some tension. Don't make it easy. Don't be easy peasy. I agree. I'd rather have a number of different arcs. Look at you. Look at you. So do you indie publish? Oh, okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me go through different pen names. Okay. I wonder if I have read anything that you have written. There's so many books out there. It's crazy. I will say most booktubers that I look at, I've never heard a single book that they talk about. It's crazy the amount of books out there, and I love it. It's nice to have exposure. I would like to read. I love some romance. Luckily. There you go. Awesome. So what's your pen names, or can you not share them with us? Pets, inquiring minds want to know. Oh, there's that plane again. Oh, it looks so pretty, though. I need to get on a plane and go somewhere. Oh. So one book is coming out. It's an anthology that I put together with 3 different authors, GFD Romance and Steamy. There are 4 novellas. Ooh, I like novellas. What is GFD? GFD. Good, fun, dominance. I don't know. Fantasy romance. Okay, I like that. I love a good fantasy romance. Pen names are Juvier, Entropy, Til. I love the name Til. How do you spell that? Is it Tilver and Silex Phantasm? Gentle Freedom. Gentle Femdom. Gentle Femdom. What is Gentle Femdom? See, I'm learning something new. I'm sorry for my ignorance in some of these things, but you don't know till you ask. Gentle femdom. I'm assuming it has to do with females, maybe not a strong female character. I need to get a bookmark. I'm using nail glue as a bookmark so I can write these names down. Where's my page? Let's see. Oh, face is itching. Okay, so pen name. We're going to do your entropy. Silex Phantasm. You have such great names. How did you come up with these names? Phantasm. Gentle femdom. Everybody's thing. BDSM with the woman in charge. LRO sir, I've made her stream. Oh no, girl, go right ahead. I am good with. I'm open, and I love a good BDSM book too. I started out reading a bunch of smutty books, and then I expanded from there into something more tame. Like I love 50 Shades of Grey. I won't say that that's like hardcore, it's mommy porn, but I did enjoy it. So okay, well, I think your books are right up my alley. That's awesome. Okay, you know what? I'm all for it. See, I have gotten so many books on my list just today. I feel like I'm just trudging along, but I love a good novella because I can finish those much quicker. Like I can insert in between all these other big books I'm reading, because big books I have to like put them in a queue. A novella I can just slip right in there. Oh, that's awesome. Well, we got a writer in the house. That's cool. Where do you release your books from? Like, do you have Amazon or Barnes and Nobles or Books a Million? Genderqueer, actually, he was talking about Books a Million. She's another awesome channel. I didn't know Books a Million was still around. Romance novellas, fun to just blow through them. And yes, exactly. I love a good story and add some romance in there. That's even better. You and I are like, here, girl. Here. Hey, doggy. Where's my dog? Come on, you. He is a mess. Come on, Chasey. Hey, boo-boo. Yeah, let me see if I can show you my dog here. Hey, boo-boo. Say hi. Look. And then here's the other one. Oh, I'm trying to angle this camera. Hey, Cammy, look. You're they're like, whatever. They've been out a minute. Okay. Oh, sorry, reposition this. I do like this new little webcam. I hope the playback feature looks good. My other ones were just like real distorted. Let's see. They're indie. I released most of them wide. So they're on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and most other platforms. The I love that name. Silent Phantasm name is the only one that's exclusive to Amazon. Are you on Kindle Unlimited? You know, let me see if I can find you here real quick. I'm an Amazon aficionado right here. I have the. Oh, you okay, boo? Oh my god, dog's like choking. I start all my reading with Amazon. What in the world? How come Amazon's not coming up? With Kindle Unlimited. And then I started branching from there. Generally, I try not to buy too many books, but I go to Amazon, and then, if I got to pay for it, since I already have unlimited, I'll check to see if maybe the library will have something. Okay, I'm going to type in. I'm going to see if I can find you here, Miss Lady. Entropy. If I can spell right. Entropy. I feel like with all these names and all that, everybody has these really cool booktube names. I thought of tangible reads because, tangible books that you can get. But I've run across some really cool book name or book channel names that I really wish I would have named my channel something else. So I like you have all these different pen names here. Let's see. Oh, nope, that's not it. Okay, what can I type up to find you on Amazon, Miss Teal? Ooh, my back. They are hot. I may have to bring them in at the next sprint. Plate cleansers. That's true. That's true. Kindle Unlimited, I'm telling you, it's the way to go. Now, you can get some trash or you can get some really good books. And I've got the mixture. But you know what? It's one set price, and I'm not paying $30, $40 for books. I listen to some of these booktubers. I'm like, oh, my God, that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, that's my husband's kitty cat. She does not like me. You see, she meowed when it came up. She's like, what you doing? That little area was my husband's, that's his work, his office, sitting on the couch with the cat right on the arm. Silent Phantasm ears, pure smut, no romance at all. Just erotic. It performs really well. Via the KU. You mean UK or KU? Good stuff. Yeah. Oh, Kindle Unlimited. I'm sorry. Kindle Unlimited. Yes. Yeah, Kindle Unlimited is great because you can get a whole lot of it's publicity. I don't know if that's the word. Publicity, because the books are one set price and people just read down in a row. So that's a good way to get tons of people to read your book really, really quickly. Oh, exposure. That's what I meant to say. Okay, I didn't find the other one. I'm trying to find the name. Let me look at. I think I typed the. Sorry, I'm going back up into the feed. I am. Where's the name? I wrote it down wrong, I think. Okay, let me look at Silent Phantasm. Silent Phantasm. Why? Come on. Now my cursor has disappeared. This has not been my day for. There we go. Silent. Sylephantas. There we go. Abducted by the alien mad scientist. Tells of monster girls. Frosting out a abominable snow woman. Oh my god, we have a friggin' celebrity in the house. Celebrity in the house. I love the purple and all that with abducted by the alien mad scientist. It actually reminds me of what's that book read we're doing next month? Oh my gosh, I wrote it down. I'm actually gonna do a live show for MJ's channel. What is it? Hold on, let me pull it up. My best friend's exorcism live show. Oh, that reminds me of that one. Ollie would go nuts for that. For what does he call it? Garbagist. I like your channel name. I like it too. It's simple, but I can complicate things a little bit. I wouldn't mind doing it. Hey, I'll grab a link. Oh, Kindle Unlimited is great for erotica. Yes, definitely. I've read quite a bit of erotica on the Kindle Unlimited. Not gonna lie. My mom reads a whole bunch of that. I'm gonna recommend that to her because she just goes from one book to another. She don't do booktube, so she don't even. I ask her what was the book about, and she doesn't even know. I'm like, Mom, calm down. Remember. I did it all for the money. The what? The money. And you know what? Sometimes girls got to do what a girl's got to do. Okay. No judgment here because I would read it. So let's not judge each other. Okay. Oh, okay. So you have some artistic skill as well as writing skill. I love it. I can do some stick figures. So if you need some artistic talent in the stick figure realm, I got you. That Monster Girl series was fun to write, but I'm more into romance myself. Okay, you know what? You can mix it all together. How about a monster romance? Monster romance horror. Let's add in what else we want to add in? Monster romance horror. Some sci-fi. Oh, you got some talent. I am looking forward to. Oh, I got them right here. Let me write down these titles because I was typing in the thing wrong. I'm going to hold up. Let me click on this one. Oh, you got 3 books. So that's 3 part of tales. So where's the first book then? Only 2 of them are coming up. It says 3 books in the series. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop you out. Abducted. Ow, that's 30. Is this an Audible? Oh no, too bad it's not an Audible. I could listen to this on my walks. I listen to Audibles on my walks. I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my short story list. Come on, where's my phone? Come on. I have an app here for all the books, so I'm gonna go ahead and write. I'm gonna put. I have fiction, like regular books. Novels. I have novels, novellas, and then I have short stories. I would put. How long is Abducted is 35 pages. I consider a novella like over 100 pages. So I'm going to say this is a short story. I can read that in like an hour. Abducted by the alien mad scientist. Oh my God, that's too funny. If I can spell scientist, we're about to head up for a sprint soon, okay? Pen. I gotta put information, otherwise I forget. Psychic phantasm. Scientist and Tales of Monster Girls. Tales of Monster Girls. How many pages is that one? Oh, there we go. There's the other one. Breeding the Planet. Okay, I'm going to just put Tales of Monster Girls series. Tales of Monster Girls series. 3 books. 3 books. That'd be a good way to get through a whole afternoon. Call it the Till Day. All right. Okay, got it. Okay. Let me see. Let me get off of there right there real quick. Okay. So let me get through some of these. Okay, you got a monster romance. It's actually pretty popular right now. I'm seeing a lot of that in the romance sphere. And you know what? Like I said before, romance any way we can get it, okay? If that's a monster, gotta do what we gotta do. I almost had it made into an audible, but I had problems finding a narrator. My protagonist of the alien one is Hispanic. I couldn't find a narrator who pronounced the name right. Oh, well, that sucks. Yeah, I do appreciate different ethnicities when it comes to narrators of books, especially if it's I hate to say ethnic character, but yeah, you know, because I read some audiobooks. I read an audiobook once. Oh my gosh. These people were in the hood. Yeah, you can tell the narrator was like some blonde preppy chick. And I'm like, okay, this does not fit right. It detracts from the story. I get you. You're too nice to Oh, I am just a reader and a fan of books, and especially good books and nice people. They're all short. I know. I love a good, you know what? I love a good erotica book that's short too, because you can get in and get out. Because I'm not a fan of if a book is just sex, and that's it. Especially like 300 pages. I get bored after a while. I'm not going to lie. I like my steamy, I like my romance, but I get bored. However, I mean, if you add in other stuff, then it holds my interest. But if you're having an erotica story that's, you know, meant to get your juices going and you're going to leave it at that, a short book, way to go. Perfect. Hello, Mr. Bad Witch Paco. Everybody say hi to Paco. I tagged you today, man. I think you're going to have some interesting things to say. How's your day going? I really didn't explain how to say it. People kept, oh my God. You know what? I think sometimes when you have a name that is, I hate to use the word ethnic because there's so many different ethnicities, and even a white person to me can be like, has ethnic background, you know, if you will, but cultural names, I'll say that. I feel like some people just don't try, and it pisses me off so damn bad when people don't try and they just shorten people's names just because it's easier for them. Don't get me started on that. But yes, I agree. Hey, Paco. Oh, go make that money, honey. Nothing wrong with that. Oh. Paco's another person. Paco, what days do you do your sprints? Do you have a set day? Oh, these bugs are getting at me here. I know a lot of people do sprints at night. I try to catch on to them, but the last few days, oh my gosh, has been the worst. I feel like I couldn't sit still, and I'm still recovering from working over the weekend. So I feel like I can't sit still to do anything, but I think I should be good by tomorrow. Okay, we're going to wait for Paco to respond, and then we are going to do our last sprint. Mondays at 7. Okay. Monday. Let me write that down. Mondays at 7. I try to keep track. Oh, I'm sorry. I dropped my notepad on the doggy. He was not happy. Uh, Sprints Monday at 7. Monday at 7. Okay. I'm also trying to keep track of when people do their sprints as well, because at some point, like when the weather's not nice and it gets cold in these streets, I'm going to probably wind up doing them. And you know what? I may still stick to the day, truthfully, because I'm off during the day sometimes. So I don't know. We'll see. But I don't like to infringe on other people. I like to watch time. Okay, that's 7. Hey. We'll catch you next time, Paco. Okay, I look forward to the feed. So if you have some pop-ups, if I'm available, I'll definitely check you out. Okay, Edwidge Books, Princess 7. Awesome. Okay, y'all. We're gonna do one more sprint. How long we want to make it? Let's see what the masses want. You want to go in the house, boo boo? My dog is tired. He's like, why are we still out here? Generally, they go in and out throughout the day, but I stay out here for most of the time. And this has defrosted again. Oh my gosh. I think I've told you already, don't buy these neck coolers. They do not stay cool long enough. Unless you buy multiple, I switch them out. 20, 30 minutes? What do we want to do? What are we going to do? Oh, let me get out of my app. I wonder how long this lag on this thing is. Got to get them coins from more. That's what he got to do. That's what he got to do. Rent comes in there too. Okay, Pat says 30. That is the authority. We're going to do 30. Okay, last sprint, y'all. Make it count. Let me get my timer here. Timer. And go. If I can click on this. Why is it not going? Go. Okay, why is it not adding to the stream? There we go. Okay. Reader. How you doing, Pat? How'd you do? Hydrate. Definitely hydrate. Ooh, I got a different angle going on here. Had to get my umbrella out here. Let me change that a little bit. There we go. Yes, definitely hydrate. It's always good. Let's see. 3 chapters in. Interesting so far. Okay. That's good. How long do you think it's going to take you to read that book? This book's okay. I keep getting sidetracked. I do find that I probably during the day get more of my reading done on other people's sprints versus my own. I get busy with other stuff, but I'm still trying to tackle some stuff from the weekend. But it's pretty good thus far. You know, it looks like it's one of those books that's going to go kind of slow and then go really, really quickly. But I'm a few chapters in. I'll pick back up tonight after dinner. I get a lot of reading done at night. I think I have too many things during the day that occupies my brain, but that's just today. What are you going to do with the rest of your day? Oh, there you go. There you go. Finish it tomorrow. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, this book I think is going to, let's see, how many pages is this anyway? This book is 414 pages. So that is not an overnight read for me. If I really put my mind to it, I could actually read this book in 2 days, but I'm not in it. Ooh, I keep throwing stuff. I'm not in any hurry. I already have the books that I plan to present for Thursday already read. I knew when I started this one, it wouldn't make the cut. So I'm going to do the slow crawl there. I finished my other book yesterday. So I'm not going to burn myself out like when I first started with BookTube. I love my books way too much for that. Oh, sorry, my contact lenses blurry. Do work shifts, Courtney. Do work shifts. Do I work shifts? Or do I read while I work? I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. I do shift work, though. I don't go every day. I'm in healthcare, so I do 12-hour shifts, so I just don't do as many shifts. And in the summertime, I try to do as minimal as possible. I will say that. But I work the entire weekend. So if you saw me on any sprints, I was cutting in and out on lunch breaks and on breaks just to show some support. But I worked for the weekend, so I didn't get any reading done whatsoever. So I'm off today. Not looking forward to going back. Let me turn this fan off. I don't know if you hear the breeze from this fan here. Okay. Don't you love spell check? It says watching the women's Euro football and reading. Okay. Are they winning? I will sit there while my husband is doing video games and I'll read a book at times, but I have him put on his headset. He starts screaming and stuff sometimes. Well, I will say this has been a productive day. I haven't gotten all the things I wanted to get done, but it has still been a productive day of getting most of the things I have to do done. So can't go mad. Can't be mad at that. But I do need to get ready because I got to look presentable, and I'm a hot, sweaty mess right about now. Yes. Well, I try to show support. I try to on Sundays go with Princess's channel for sure. And Dion, I don't think I've ever caught any of Dion's sprints, but I need to write these things down. I don't have any. Well, I have Paco's there, but I don't really write anybody now. I just know Princess sprints on Sundays, and Sundays are a big reading day for me. So I tend to get on those. And I just kind of run into everybody's sprints, but I need to make a schedule so if I'm available, I know who I'm trying to sprint with because I see a lot of sprints popping up. I try not to get them to intertwine too much so I can support everybody. So it seems like Tuesdays during the day is a pretty decent time for not too many people, at least those that I follow sprint. So, which is good. Germany is beating Spain. Germany. Okay, no, that's bad. No, I don't know much about the Euro Cup. I know it football is soccer according to us in the USA. Pretty fit though, that's for sure for those players out there. A lot of running. I get tired watching them. Okay, Pat, I am going to get out of here because I need to get some stuff together. I appreciate you sprinting with. Oh, you're back. Hey, Miss. Have fun at dinner. This was fun. The first reading sprint I've attended. My job is usually isolated. It's meant to have some chit chat in between. Yeah, that is what sprints are great for me. Sometimes I'll sprint with people and I'm not even reading. It's just to occupy my time. I think I sprinted with Audrey, that's Dobby Artisteri. I sprinted with her for like 4 hours just eating breakfast, cooking around the house. She was working on her little Etsy thing. Fun to talk to somebody. But I do try to read though, but life gets in the way, right? Not too bad. But I'm going to check out your books. Now, I sprint every Tuesday right now for the summer. I may extend it out at different times. But for right now, I sprint at 12 EST on Tuesdays. I try every Tuesday because that's a day I generally don't work. Hopefully it stays that way. But I sprint on Tuesdays, at least 2 hours, maybe longer. Today was longer. And so I hope that y'all come back and see me. I'm going to get my act together and be more organized. Maybe. We'll see. Don't let me lie to you. And the doggies will be out here next time. And I look forward to hearing from you again. I have a new video coming out for my products and book reviews. It will be out on Thursday morning sometime. And I hope you take a look at it. So that is it for me. Bye-bye, Pat. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, Jen. Who else did I see? Thank you, MJ. Thank you, Mr. Paco. I appreciate everybody coming out. Bye-bye. Have a good day, okay? I'll see you next Tuesday.